For round 6 of the Squadra Bianca Cup. Luke to Michelin. And you can see Anke van der Wilt, there's Ben Metz, there's all sorts of Metz in this race. We're going to meet 2 of them now for you. There's Natasha Metz.
Goed gegeten en dat is eigenlijk mijn voorbereiding voor een race.
En wat is dat in? Nou, ik heb de afgelopen week vreselijk meegeholpen.
And there's Anton Metz and there's Ben Metz.
Om dit raceweekend te kunnen gaan rijden met de technische mensen.
They're just being asked how they prepare for the racing or whatever. He's saying, well, we're fairly relaxed about it. We enjoy the racing. We don't get too serious about it. The idea is to get out there and have some fun.
Nou, dat is helemaal niet vervelend. Nee, ik heb één keer.
What's it like having the whole family all racing against each other? And Natasha says, well, once I got a good start and got right alongside him, and Ben looked around and saw me there and couldn't believe his eyes.
Ja, ik start als derde vandaag en ik bedoel, ik zal er alles aan doen en echt voor rijden om die plaats toch nog wat te verbeteren, want ja, ik wil graag een podiumplaats en liefst bij de eerste 2 dit weekend.
Well, he'd like a podium place. He's on the 2nd row of the grid. On pole position is Duncan Heisman. You'll remember from the days of Patrick Heisman, the saloon car racer. We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, you'll remember. Alongside him is Tom Michelin, the championship leader at the moment. Then on the 2nd row of the grid we've got Uwe Degner, the German driver, alongside Ben Metz, who we just had a chat to. Nice dry conditions, clear blue skies, and they're off. Quite a big grid again, 28 cars in the grid. It's extraordinary really, isn't it? Down to Tarzan's then, and Duncan Heisman going well. Not a lot of room for some of these cars to get around this opening lap with mostly Dutch drivers. There's a Belgian driver in there, Ludwig de Weiser in his Giulia Super, number 22, and as I said, Uwe Degner, number 3. So let's have a look. 4th is Van der Wilt at this stage. All of the Alfas, for those of you who haven't seen this before, they're all white bodies, but they're allowed just different coloured front ends. It's an extraordinary sight as you see them all coming through there. So, Anke van der Wilt, Jan Good, Fritz Kroijmans. As they spread out now, look at it, looks like a classic car parade. You can see just how big that grid was. Quite extraordinary. 20 laps. So no problems, fast lap times. They should be lapping in, well, sub 1 minute 20 anyway, and that'll be giving them over 110 kilometers an hour. And a big pile up at the far end, and with a big grid like this, I'm surprised not more people were taken off. I don't know who that was. Well, there you are, that tells you, doesn't it? Gantier de Ruiz and Jean Berfelo, so no one else was involved and no one was hurt, so that's good stuff there. So Ben Metz is the young man we were speaking to, number 6, and right behind him is Jan Rosekrans. Just see that pile up at the back there, and that was Jan Tiederhuser who did the 360 and then ploughed right across the circuit into the arm cone, didn't take anyone else with him. I thought that was quite extraordinary bit of good luck. There we are. So Huizer gets out of the way, quite right too, and limping back into the pits is one of the others, Jan Berfelo. Okay, Duncan Heisman still in the lead, but he's under real pressure from championship leader Luke Tamaita. Ben Metz is biding his time, but he's very well positioned there, look. And he's going through on the inside of Tarzan's now as he's moving into 2nd place, I think. Let's see if he's got enough of it as he goes into Gerlach. And as he comes around into Gerlach, it's difficult to see. They're not concentrating on it. And yes, Ben Metz has moved into 2nd place now, so that's good. So Luc Termeicheler is in 3rd. And 29's having a go on the inside, which is Jan Rosekrans, which we were just talking about. And Jan Rosekrans is actually driving very well at this stage. He's just put in one of the fastest laps, a 1:19.784. So maybe we're going to see something happen there. Right, anyway, here's Duncan Heisman coming down the straight. Now behind them, it's wide open for podium positions. Ben Metz is now back in third position there, as he came past the camera. Going through on the... Well, that is Jan Rosekrans. So around the back of the circuit, around Nissan and Grand Dorada, Jan Rosekrans managed to get into that second place. Meanwhile, Luc Michelin is having a crack at getting through. Ben Metz still hanging on to third position. Michelin in fourth position, the championship leader, and no sign of Anton Metz and Natasha Metz. They're way back down there somewhere. And Duncan Heisman has virtually lost his lead now. It's being whittled away. And Jan Rosekrans is challenging him down the straight now. He seems to have a faster car, and my word, it's neck and neck as they cross that line. What's going to happen when they come into Tarzan's? He's fractionally ahead, he's got the line, he's taking a tighter line in, and Duncan Heisman's taking a faster line out. Now let's see what happens. Well, Duncan Heisman lost that little bet, didn't he? And Jan Rosekrans is in the lead now. And here's the battle between Ben Metz and Luc Michelin. And Ben Metz is not giving up, tenaciously trying to get that position back. But championship leader says it isn't going to be today. There's the man that's leading, Jan Rosekrans. As I said, he put up the fastest lap. Nearly a second faster than almost anybody else. There's only 3 people who have lapped in 1:19, and that's Henke van der Wild, Luc Michelin, and this man Jan Rosekrans. So 19 is Willis van der Hoekers. And that's Natasha Metz and Anton Metz, almost side by side there. Number 7 and number 9. A little bit of a family affair. Onto the loose goes Natasha, and she hangs onto it and takes it back onto the tarmac. There's the leader. First, second and third going through. Number 5 is Jan van Boecht. Back in about 7th position, I think, at the moment. Ben Metz is dropping back now. He's now in about 6th position, I think, Ben Metz. His tyres must have gone off a bit, or his concentration's gone off a bit. Something's gone off a bit. Jan van Boecht is moving up through the field and trying to take Tarzan's around the outside, but not quite cracking it. Meanwhile, Jan Rosekrans is actually flying. It's quite a long way out in front ahead of Duncan Heisman, who just can't respond. And Michelin still hanging on to third. Ben Metz then being challenged really hard by Uwe Degner, the German driver. That's the fight for 4th. And there's still lots. They're starting to slide around a bit now. Henke van der Wild, number 4, is making life very difficult for all of them there. As they go through number 3 on the outside with a sort of purpley front is Uwe Degner, the German. He's dropped back a fraction. And it's a really good battle between Henke van der Wild, Ben Metz and Uwe Degner. So let's have a look now. Ben Metz has got the best position, coming into Tarzan's. No, that's Jan van Boecht going through. Well, Ben Metz and Uwe Degner just don't seem able to respond at the moment. And number 4 is Henke van der Wild. So there goes Metz. There goes Jan van Boecht. And then behind him, Henke van der Slit, number 4 there, you can just see. And they're still battling it out right the way to the wire, so to speak. And number 7 is Natasha Metz. She's way down, sort of 12th or something like that. Oh, locking up a fraction, Jan van Boecht. And nearly came together. And